this snake.
Syndrome, blogs and yaps. Yucca syndrome, cats and crafts. Yucca syndrome, tea and theater. Yucca syndrome, life in Sweden.
Hi, my name is Julka and welcome back to my channel. Frosty! Today we're gonna try to make a ring, or even two rings and one, I don't know what it's called in English, like something, jewelry. We're gonna do it because I had my birthday in January, and from my lovely friends I got a set of things, silver clay jewelry making set, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. The set has almost everything that I need to create the jewelry, apart from a gas. This was there, flame gun, but I needed to buy a gas. And I went to, I don't know, 4 shops and I couldn't find it. And I was already giving up. And then I found this one in like a kitchen appliances shop. But it turned out that it's wrong. It's not the type that I need. So we're gonna worry about it later because the silver clay needs to dry anyway. Until a few months ago, I didn't even know that something like silver clay exists, and apparently it's a combination of clay and silver, and you work with it, and then after you're done you let it dry and then you burn it, and it gets rid of the clay, so you have pure silver ring. And I watched some videos and some TikToks and you know, this kind of stuff, and it looks so much fun. So I am actually really grateful that I got it from my friend. Yeah, so we are gonna try to create something. I'm gonna start with briefly sketching the idea that I had. I was looking already for some inspirations over the past few weeks, mostly from Pinterest, and I have a rough idea of what I want to do, but I also don't know how difficult it's gonna be to make. I feel like everything that I saw already was made by somebody who have worked with a silver clay before, and this is, for me, it's gonna be the first time. So those are the inspirations that I found before when I was looking for stuff, and I'm thinking about doing something that looks a bit like something that's melting, or like, you know, dripping somewhere. That's my rough idea. And then I want to make a little fish to put on a necklace, because I think that's also very cute. I have the package of silver clay. It has 10 grams, and I think it's gonna be enough to make 2 rings and 1 fish, but I don't know, we're gonna see. I have sketched quickly the ideas that I have. I'm not gonna show you. I'm gonna show you after it's done how I managed to. I mean, you still see it a little bit, but I'm gonna show you in details at the end of the video. So we're gonna see how well I managed to actually do what I wanted to do. Exciting! I have 2 main worries about the whole process. The first one is that when I open it and I start doing the first thing, the whole clay is gonna dry, or when I'm doing something it's gonna dry and stuff. But I've read in the instruction that you can maybe keep it moisturized a little bit. So I think I'm gonna put like a wet towel next to the package, or like inside the package, and try to close it so then it keeps the moisture inside. And then my second worry is that it's gonna be very difficult to do, but it's okay. we try. I brought some baking paper to put it on the table, so because I don't know how dirty it's gonna be the whole process. And then also in the instruction it said to put it on this stick ring. Also, what's stressful is that it says in the instruction that the clay will shrink approximately 10%, but I was watching some other videos and people were saying that it shrinks approximately 20%. So I guess we never know. So what I thought that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a ring that is nice for this finger, and then I will make it 2 sizes bigger. But then if it shrinks even more, then the smaller size would fit to my smaller finger, ring finger. I don't know the names. This is our professional working surface. I am also taping it to the stick so then it doesn't slide. And then I think I'm gonna make a little mark myself. Oh no, it's the wrong one. That's the one that I want, and I have to put 2 sizes bigger. But at least I realized. Okay. Well, perfect. Now it's a stressful moment. So my station is now ready to work. I have the ring measure, this to roll, the silver clay that I'm very afraid to open, my idea of what we're going for, a little tool, some water if I will need to connect some elements, and the moisturizer so the clay doesn't dry as fast or something like this. I think I've heard somebody saying something like that. And I also have a little bit of a towel, so after I'm gonna open the silver clay, I'm gonna wet it and put the paper towel inside the package together with the rest of the clay so it doesn't dry up. It smells like cherry. Guys, I'm so nervous. Unboxing time. Gonna look like he also really wants to do some silver clay. Okay. Aha! Oh, that's so cool actually. So there's two 5 grams. We have a little bit less stress, so I'm not afraid that this part will dry when I'm working on the other part. So we're opening that one. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take maybe that much first. Gonna wrap into the water and put it back so it doesn't dry. So we roll. It has a structure of like slightly chewing gum. Here I'm rolling the silver clay because I wanted to get a specific thickness that I thought would be okay even after losing 10 to 20% of the amount of the volume. And then I tried putting it on the stick, but first, as you can see right now, it didn't really stick to the stick. So I thought I have to try something else. And then I decided that I'm going to put a little bit of water on the silver clay, and it actually worked. And then it became a little bit sticky. So then it actually held on to the stick, and then I could work with it and shape it as I wanted to. And then after getting the initial shape that I wanted to, I rolled it a little bit to make it a little bit more flatter, and then I took the sculpturing tool and I tried to smoothen the surface a little bit, and there was some cracks, so I was trying to get rid of the cracks as well. I think the whole process took me around 5 minutes. This is what I've done so far, and actually there wasn't that much difficult, but it's also not very difficult thing to do. I'll show you a little bit the details with this camera. Obviously it's not perfect, but then there's the step when I have to polish it down, so I think that's gonna make it a little bit more smooth, hopefully. I'm very happy with how it looks like. I think it's gonna be really nice. Frosty, do you like it? He's very unbothered. So we're gonna leave it to dry like this, because I am very scared of touching it right now and moving the paper or anything like this. So we're gonna leave it there and we're gonna try to make the fish. And I think making the fish might be a little bit more difficult. So I left this part to make this part. This is how the fish is looking like. I feel like here the tail is a bit messy, but I hope when it dries I can work a little bit with it, with polishing, and then hopefully it's gonna look a bit better. It's been an hour, I think, so I'm gonna try to slide the ring, and then I'm gonna do another ring. Wait, I'm doing the wrong side. Okay. Alright, it looks like it's fine. I'm just gonna leave it like this to dry, and I'm gonna create a second piece of baking paper to put on the stick. Still looks very cute, you can see. So guys, I'm sorry, but I forgot to record, to press a record button. So I was talking to you and showing you everything that I was doing, or trying to show you what I was doing, and it was not recorded. But here is the result of what I have managed to do in this maybe 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I don't know how long it took. The initial idea was a little bit different, but I had to improvise a little bit on the way. The only thing that I would keep in my mind for the future is that I made the back of the ring a little bit thicker than the front of the ring, because I was working more on the front of the ring. I'm a bit sad that I didn't manage to record the part when I was doing the ring, but that's okay. I will have it in my mind for the future. But anyways, I have a little bit of the clay left, and I decided that I'm gonna do a small thing that you can put on the necklace. I still don't know. I still haven't checked what's the name of that in English. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little sun, and hopefully it's gonna go well. Okay, now I double checked and it's recording, so I can start. I realized that it's gonna be very difficult to make the sun, so I changed my mind. It's not gonna get any better than that. This is how it looks like, and I think it looks pretty bad, but I felt like I couldn't save it. That was definitely the worst thing that I've done today. But we will see, maybe with some sanding and then firing it, maybe somehow it will look better. With the other things I am quite happy, so. Now I have to leave it to dry for one day, and then tomorrow or the next day I'm gonna try to get the correct gas so we can fire it and see how it's gonna look like. Alright, so I'm back, and I literally just woke up like 10 minutes ago, but I'm so excited to finish the jewelry, so I couldn't wait. And I managed to get this, to buy the right one. I had to show my ID this time when I was buying it. So I was a bit surprised. So we can do it now. Alright, so here we have the dried pieces. I'm very afraid to try to do something with this one. Also, I did my nails. I have new nails. But anyway, we're gonna start with removing the pieces from the paper. Ooh, it's looking cute. Very wrinkly though, but we're just gonna polish it, so it's fine. And number 2 fish. It's looking cute. Look at that. Okay, and the piece that I'm most afraid of. I don't want to polish more because I'm afraid that it will make it very thin. This a little bit of a messy look is fine with handmade for the first time jewelry, I think. The fishy. I think it's fine if the fish has a little bit of messy look as well. Fishy, fishy, fishy. And now the scary part, because I'm gonna attach this part to the gas, and I've never done it before, so I'll see. Aha, this has something like that. This piece has a little hatch or something here, and we just have to press it into the hole. But why does it not want to? Aha, we have to rotate it. Aha. Huh. How do I close it? I can't close it. Okay. That was so scary. That was so scary. I wasn't ready for this. I'm gonna use our very dirty oven tray because it says in the instruction that it has to be on something that it's okay if it's damaged, and this is okay if it's damaged. And I'm gonna turn it upside down and put it on the table. Okay, and we're gonna start with this one because it's broken a little bit, and I'm delusional enough to believe that if I fire it, it will, you know, get fixed. Now I feel like I have more control over this. Frosty. Here you can see how the clay changes color from white to orange-ish, and once it does that, you should keep burning it for 2 to 3 minutes to get rid of all of the clay, and then we have pure silver. This and this and this is after firing, and you can see that it has a little bit of a different color. Like it's slightly whiter than this one that's before firing. Yeah, I feel like only now it's getting like this silver shine. Like if you look here and compare it to this, yeah. So I think I need to work more with this one. This piece is finished. And it's not perfect, but I feel like now it kind of looks cool that it has those wrinkles and stuff. So yeah. But it took a lot of time to polish it to get the shine. But cool, I'm happy with how it looks like. And that's the second piece. It's a bit less shiny, I think, because it was a bit more difficult to polish since it's like a spiral. But I like how it looks like. I think it's cool. And the size is like perfect. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, from very close it has a lot of structure, but it's not really that big of a problem, I think. And then we have the fishy. And the fishy turns out they're really cute. With a little eye and a little tail. And it can be put on a necklace, so that's nice. And this, well, I didn't even polish it because, well, nothing I can really do with that. Maybe I will try to fix it somehow or ask somebody else to fix it. And we have to look at the ideas. So the fish turned out a bit smaller but pretty similar. Then this ring, I changed the idea in the meantime, but it looks pretty similar. This ring is this one, so, or this one. Yeah, so I also changed the idea a little bit, but it was also pretty difficult to do exactly what I planned. This one was not even planned, or like initially I planned a sun, but it didn't work out, but it's fine. So I think we can say that 75% of this adventure was a success, and 25% we can just forget about. But I definitely had a lot of fun with the silver clay, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggling with some parts. I think I might consider buying some more silver clay. If you have ever tried doing something with silver clay, or you're planning to do something with silver clay, let me know, because I'm very curious if my experience was like average or better or worse. If you enjoyed watching this video, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscription. And if you want to learn more about my life in Sweden or watch me do more handcrafty stuff, do that as well. And I see you soon. But we're gonna try, and if I don't succeed, then it's fine. Sometimes it's always fine to try, and you know.